Sources of water. The chief source of water is rainfall. Rainfall is categorized into the following categories: groundwater, which comes from springs, shallow, and deep wells; surface water, which may be flowing water as in rivers, streams, etc., or still water; seawater, collected rainwater; subsurface water. Groundwater is a gift of nature, and nearly one third of the groundwater is extracted for irrigation, industrial, and domestic use. Most of the water is regenerated into rivers. Of the fresh water below the surface, about 90% satisfies the description of groundwater, that is, water which occurs below the water table. About 2% of the water occurs as soil moisture in the unsaturated zone above the water level table, and this is essential for plant growth. The major portion of water which goes to earth crust is retained as soil moisture. The rest percolates down to the groundwater deposits. Some of the water is applied to agricultural feeds, which moves down to groundwater table, and some of the water flows as surface water and ends up as groundwater. Next category of the source of water is surface water. We have a very limited stock of usable water. That is only 0.03% of the water is used or is can be called as usable water. The rest of the surface water is enlarged by addition of fresh water from groundwater flow. The surface loses almost 50 into 10 to the power 9 cubic meter of water, which percolates down to groundwater deposits. The next category of water is the seawater. About 97% of Earth's water supply is in the oceans, which is unfit for human consumption and other uses due to its high salt content. Of the remaining 3%, 2.3% is locked in polar ice caps, and hence it is out of bounds. The balance of 0.7% is available as fresh water. If all the seabeds could be filled up and brought at the level of the earth's surface, then the entire water in the seas would cover the earth's surface and make it nearly 2.5 kilometer deep water mass. The next category is the collected rainwater. In India, the annual rainfall is about 400 into 10 to the power 10 meter square. Out of this, some part runs off into surface water bodies and remaining percolates into the soil. The hydrological cycle is more or less balanced in terms of cloud formation and rainfall. Out of the 30% stream flow, water consumed by man is approximately 8% for irrigation, 2% for domestic use, 4% for industrial consumption, and 16% for other various activities like electrical utilities, transportation, and waste disposal. With the rapid growth of population, countries in the world are now thinking of desalinated seawater as a potential source of supply of potable water in scarcity hit regions. Desalination may be accomplished by processes such as distillation, freezing, electrodialysis, and reverse osmosis. Some European countries have ventured into water supply or water business by supplying water to water thirsty countries across the ocean. An example of such a company is a Nordic Water Supply, which is a Norwegian company, and it has been transporting fresh water in giant floating bags across the oceans. However, as time passes, it may become necessary or it is necessary to find out substitutes for rainfall as source of water. Since as far as India is concerned, rainwater is our only source of drinking water and it has to be collected. So, therefore, experiments have also been started in India or they are being carried out for converting sea or ocean water into potable or drinking water. The temperature required for a precipitation in the form of ice crystals is about minus 15 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, water vapors undergo condensation and fall in the form of rain or snow. The vaporization of silver iodide or compressed carbon dioxide is carried out when the meteorological conditions are favorable for the rainfall. The choice of the source of supply of water depends upon factors such as cost of availability, location of source, quality of the water, and the quantity of the water available. The quality of the water depends mainly on the character and area of catchment, topography, extent and nature of development of catchment by human beings, and last but not the least, weather as well as seasonal conditions.